What's going on, guys? Master Marek here. We're back for some more Swtor, taking a break for some campaign involved to go ahead and get our characters a little caught up on things. And we're kind of, because we keep forgetting about things like the bonus series, for example, we keep ending up in these really annoying places where we keep forgetting things like the bonus series, for example. And so we got to go ahead and wrap up some of the things on some of our characters before we can have them all advance through the next part of the story, which is going to be a couple of very important story flashpoints. So for right now, I just want to go ahead and get them caught up so that we can do all those flashpoints together and they can go about their journeys. I've got this nice little guide next to me that I wrote out where all the characters are. I went through previous streams to see who missed everything, and I think the only one that missed the bonus series was our bounty hunter. So that's the first one we're going to be starting with, and then we'll be moving on to some of the other characters. The only one that's really not missing anything is the Sith warrior, so he's the one we won't be revisiting this planet for, which is, you know, a good thing, because it's fucking Terrace and it fucking sucks. But I want all of our characters to be doing everything equally, so nobody's allowed to miss out on any of the same content.
Hold a moment, please. Colonel Sarab, Commander, 75th Legion. You've been chosen to receive an invitation from the infinitely wise Lord Vargo, a rare honor for mere men and women like us. My lord has uncovered a Republic plot that threatens our great work here. You have been judged worthy of employment toward these schemers' obliteration.
I hope your master has deep pockets, because I don't come cheap.
Of course. Lord Vargo is as generous as he is powerful. You fought for Darth Gravis and saw the Republic's pathetic reconstruction. It shows nothing of the tremendous resources they received. My master determined that the Republic used those resources not only for rebuilding, but to construct a secret weapon. And my master is never wrong.
Track the materials, find what they're building, smash it. Easy.
If our enemy's secrets were easy to find, we wouldn't require your help. Lord Vargo determined the focus of the Republic's efforts prior to the invasion. We were deployed to search the area. Elite enemy commandos attacked us on arrival. We will find the Republic's secret there. With your help.
Show me where they're hiding and I'll flush them out.
A speeder will take you to Legion Base Camp, where Lord Vargo directs our operations. My master will show you the beauty of his vision, and you will join our Legion in honor and victory.
Those Republic dogs are as good as dead.
Yeah, whatever you say, lady. Alright, so we need to... Where's the shuttle? It's over here. Shuttle, speeder, same thing.
I've never seen so much destruction.
You already said
Even
that.
on Balmora.
Displaying all authorized destinations.
So, unfortunately, like, the bonus series to Terrace is just uninspiring. It's basically the same as it was. It's almost like a summary version of the planetary quest, right? So essentially you're going around fighting the Republic, and then you get to where you can bomb their little hideout, their base. It's the same fucking thing, just on a smaller scale, and less interesting. Like, Gravis was already kind of at least a little bit of an interesting character. He was respectful, but he could, you know, he had this aura about him. Whereas in this game, god damn it, every time with that.
Displaying all authorized destinations.
Whereas the Sith we deal with this, first of all, he's napping the first half. And then the second half, he just kind of comes off, you know, normal, typical, crazy Sith dude. I haven't read it, but there's some mention of stuff that happens to Gravis before the game takes place during the comics, and then also something that happens after the vanilla story as well. I don't know if that's in comics or that's in one of the books, but it's something I would eventually like to learn more about. I'd like to learn more about the game in general, or the world building, but just never have time for all that shit.
Lord Vago?
With respect, please refrain from disturbing my master. He is meditating deeply and dislikes interruptions. I'm Lieutenant Trell. Lord Vago has authorized me to relay his instructions.
You're telling me he's too busy thinking to talk to anybody?
Lord Vago's decisions can seem odd to those of us who lack his insight, but his methods and results are above reproach. Our hunt for the Republic's secret project is opposed by elite Special Forces soldiers. We must annihilate them to accomplish our goal. Our troops have encircled the region, maintaining pressure from all sides. While the enemy is thus distracted, you will strike directly at their forces and obliterate them.
What about searching for the Republic's project?
As you assault the enemy, you will also deploy small probes to help us pinpoint exactly where the Republic is hiding this secret weapon they've been constructing.
Killing soldiers and deploying droids? This is the work you couldn't do without help?
Our enemies are highly trained, well-equipped, and know the terrain. Conducting this operation will not be as easy as you make it seem. There is one other matter. The leader of the Republic Defenders, Major Camden, his death could only speed our progress. Camden coordinates his soldiers from a heavily fortified base. It's practically impenetrable. If you were to hijack a Republic speeder, though, you might be able to get inside.
Any extra credits to go with the extra risk?
Of course. But Camden is no simple target. He has extensive cyborg enhancements and a brilliant mind to match. Use caution. Here are the probes you'll need to deploy. My fellow soldiers can tell you best how to strike at the enemy's forces. Good luck.
Different interactions than I'm used to hearing from from when I played on the Sith characters. It's refreshing. That's one of the best parts about this game, is how the NPCs interact with the player characters based on what class they are.
Smell that. Scorched men, smoldering vegetation, and dissipating heat. Only victors get to savor that smell. Victors, and men thankful they're still breathing at all. They're out there right now, clinging desperately to the hope they'll drive us back. They have no idea how wrong they are.
Who's out there right now?
Remnants of the battalion we smashed here are lurking in the wilderness, hounding our every step. That ends now. My men revived a Republic soldier left behind when we decimated their main force. He's generously explained how their people are signaling each other. All that remains is to assemble the small elite unit that will have the honor of the final stroke.
Why not hit the stragglers with overwhelming force?
They would spot any large troop movements and go to ground. We need to lure them out. The enemy has short-range transmitters hidden in the region to broadcast vital alerts. We can use them to send an all-clear, then eliminate everyone who responds. We've got one opportunity to finish this. Failure will mean enduring guerrilla strikes every step we take. Your participation would make victory certain.
Let's make this happen.
These are the coordinates of the transmitters. Make those curs wish they'd never been born.
Making them wish they were never born. Roger, roger. Was there seriously a way in over here this whole time? Because I'm pretty sure I went around every single fucking time. Well, guess that's what happens. Where is it? No, pretty much right here in front of us.
I'm not scared of you.
I guess as defeat forces around the area, and we killed 3, but it only counted 1. Hey, yo. What's up, Kratos? A year? Man, where have you been, good sir? Has not been a year. Nah, we've been playing it. Go back and check the VODs, dude. We did, we were actually doing, like, 2 or 3 of the stories a week. And then we moved over to doing some Campaign Evolved, because obviously it's a new game. We didn't get to do as much streaming during the summer as we wanted, but I mean, this is 8, 16. This is like the 17th stream we've done for Swtor. Come on. I think I aggroed to the wrong group, didn't I? Why does it keep switching off the character I'm on? Ah, fair enough. Well, I mean, I had planned to have the game have all the vanilla class stories completed before the EA buyout, but obviously that didn't happen. What do you mean you're not in the correct location? I guess it already did the thing.
Trouble on the way.
But yeah, that didn't end up happening, unfortunately. But for the moment, everything seems okay.
If that's how you want it.
I was just mainly concerned about the future of the game. And, you know, I kind of just didn't want to take any chances. The game seems to be perfectly fine, though. We don't have to really worry about it, but we're going to get back to doing Swtor a little bit more frequently than we were during the summer. My predictions for this week, we're going to get caught up on Swtor for some of our characters so I can get everybody back to where they need to be. And then after that, we'll get back to doing some Pokemon stuff because I haven't done anything Pokemon all summer. And then I want to do, what the hell happened? Oh, I got my ability interrupted. It's probably this piece of shit droid's fault. And then we'll also be doing some more campaign evolved stuff, even though yesterday's stream was rough, to say the least. Honestly, I was pretty interested in the story that we were going to get. That was supposed to be about the Starkiller and Vader having to fight together. Like, I thought that the planned story was actually pretty solid. Oh, well, shit. And honestly, like, my only thing with, it, if they ever actually did make Force Unleashed 3, which, again, Star Wars games seem to always be cursed for a third game. We didn't get a third KOTOR. We didn't get a third Force Unleashed. We didn't get a third of the OG Battlefronts. We didn't get a third of the new Battlefronts. Star Wars games are always just cursed to never get a third sequel, and it's fucking frustrating. We'll be lucky to see if the Jedi Survivor, Jedi Fallen Order, whatever series actually gets a legitimate sequel.
With any luck, you eliminated the last of the guerrillas by sending those signals. You're an unconventional resource bounty hunter, and surprisingly effective. Something to be said for employing combatants used to working solo.
If armies could handle everything, I'd be out of a job.
It's been a privilege.
I mean, technically you could say, like, I feel like you could somewhat say the same thing for, like, the Jedi Knight series. Although, like, Dark Forces is kind of, like, a weird thing, because, like, they're... It's technically 5 games in that series between Dark Forces 2, Mysteries of the Sith, Jedi Outcast, and then Jedi Academy. However, I feel like the 2 Dark Forces games and Mystery of the Sith are kind of their own separate thing, whereas it feels like Jedi Outcast and Jedi Academy go together, in which case then we're also missing another sequel there. And I liked Jedi Academy. I liked Outcast too, but I liked Jedi Academy more. But, you know, that story and canon and Disney and who the fuck knows where Star Wars could ever go in the future.
Blasted Republic ambush! That's the 3rd convoy we've lost this week. My lord, don't take this wrong, but if someone doesn't take care of that ambush, you can just give Taris back to the Republic.
Are you looking to hire somebody?
I don't have much choice. I hate to ask for help. Goes against my pride as a soldier, but we need to get our supply convoys through that passage. If you could take out the Republic Special Forces and recover their shrapnel mines for us, I'd owe you.
Another instance where we are called by the wrong thing. Really need to get that fixed. Really need to get her thing fixed too. The problem is we keep getting all this stupid, keep getting all this stupid shit.
Your money's always good here. Come again.
There we go.
See anything you like? Come again.
We keep getting all this stupid shit that has no color crystals in it. And it's fucking annoying because I just want a red crystal to rip out to put in her blaster. I don't care anything else about it. I don't care. I don't care if it has 0 stats because it doesn't matter anyways. Are you talking about the new Battlefront 2? Absolutely. If you're talking about the old Battlefront 2, well, I mean, I kind of sort of want to, but also you can't play it online unless you're playing on PC, which I definitely am not going to be doing that shit.
I'm not
And nothing against those that do play on PC. I just don't have the... I don't have the capacity to do PC gaming a lot. Like, yes, this is on PC, but this is only on PC, and this is not a shooter. And while I can do shooters on PC, I don't prefer to. And if I did, I would probably just end up using a... using a controller anyways. If you're talking about the new one, yeah, I haven't played it in a little bit, because again, I just haven't really had the time, and I've kind of had to prioritize certain things because of the lack of time. So, it's... It's unfortunate because I do love playing the Star Wars games, and Battlefront 2 is one of those games that I can actually enjoy playing by myself. Like, oh, there's still one more. I don't enjoy playing Halo multiplayer without the boys just because I tried it the other day when I really, really needed some stress relief. I played online, but I didn't bother streaming or anything like that. And the sheer number of, like, bad teammates I was getting matches, like, I think I maybe won 2 or 3 out of, like, 10 games I may have played. And it was so frustrating. Like, it's frustrating to have, 15 to 20 kills, and then the next person on your team has, like, 6. And it's like, what are you supposed to do? And it makes me more frustrated than losing when I am playing with him or them, whichever. So, but Battlefront, especially because I especially enjoy playing Supremacy. And, if I can get myself in top 5, awesome. If I can get close, still great, but then I'm a little disappointed in myself. But yeah, I will definitely be playing it again soon. I can't say when. I mean, well, okay. So, I want a Battlefront 3, but I also would rather them just add to Battlefront 2. And here's why. If they make a new game, great, awesome. I can start over. There's that feeling of accomplishment because you can unlock your shit and you make progress and leveling up, and that's fun. But also, I put so much work into Battlefront 2 and getting all my shit, and it's like, I don't want to have to start over, It's like, I like the feeling of accomplishment, but also at the same time, it's like, starting over, which is whatever. because everybody else would be starting over too. So it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's just kind of that thing. Like, I like using certain skins, and so if I had to unlock those skins all over again in a new game. But I don't also know what they would do in a new game that would make it better than 2 already was. Especially because it's like Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo Reach. Fantastic games. And the newer Halos try to copy those, but just don't do it as well. I feel like it would be the same kind of thing. It's like, how can they make new maps that end up being just as good or better than the ones from their predecessor?
Are those the shrapnel mines? Thanks. Those things were tearing us to shreds.
We better settle up.
I contacted my commanding officer. I'm authorized to pay out a few credits, just as a way of saying thanks. Come on, boys. We have our opening. Don't let the Republic get comfortable again.
Just as a way of saying thanks. No, bitch. That's my job. That's my livelihood, motherfucker. You better pay up or you're gonna get put down.
Let me up, you reprogrammed torture droid. I've got news to report.
Your damage is considerable. Please remain still.
Hey, if you're looking for a contract, I've got a lead. They brought me down here before I could tell anyone. One of the Republic's top special tactics squads is on Taris.
This isn't my problem.
Valhoon's vultures are on Taris. It'll be everyone's mess soon enough. They're the best fighters the pubs have, you ask me. My squad was following them in the swamp. Thought we had them. Instead, they led us into a minefield. Half of us were down before Valhoon started his attack. We never stood a chance.
I want everything you know about the squad.
On Alderaan, they wiped out an entire battalion and blew up our main ammo supply. They sabotaged our shipyards near Elam. I'm in no position to make a request of you, but the Empire needs someone to take them out. Killing them secures our resources and hits the Republic right in the gut. Say you'll go after them, please.
Just point me in the direction of the action.
We found them out by the ruined swoop tracks. I'll bet there's a camp near there. Oh, I'd love to see Valhoon himself dead if you get the chance. Good hunting.
Well, I mean, I can bring his corpse back for you if you want. It'll cost extra. Ah, he's way out there. My biggest thing, especially when it comes to like gaming and such, is what can really be done. Because we're at a point where, on the one hand, I feel like gaming can't be... I feel like a lot of games can't really be much better. And even like new IPs and shit, for example, they're going to have the same issues, or they're going to have the same, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, the biggest issue is that, okay, what can you do that's different? Because even if you slap a different skin on it, it's still going to be relatively the same thing. So, like, you make another shooter. Okay, well, it's still a shooter, even if it's, you know... Even if it's not... You're like, oh, well, this isn't Halo. Well, yeah, but it's still... How different is it, really? Okay, well, you don't count as who I should be killing, so why am I even bothering with you? There you are. So, like, if we take Halo for example, you go, all right, what can we really do to make the game any different? And how do you make it better than Battlefront, or not Battlefront? How do you make it better than Halo 2 or Halo 3 or, you know, there's only so much you can do there. And it feels like it's hit a... It makes it feel like it's hit a peak. Because you can't... If you can't do better, what else? What's the other option, right? Like, whether it's between gameplay, story, multiplayer, like level design. I mean, that's why even in Infinite, they were making not only the old Halo 2 and 3 maps to be in matchmaking, but also they were they made an entire like playlist that is supposed to play and feel like Halo 2 and 3. So you can't really, there's no way to really break away from what the old games were. Now you can go campaign evolves route, for example, and you make a game look prettier, it's got better graphics, it might play, like, you know, fix some bugs and stuff like that. And, you know, that's always an option. But even that is only going to get you so much, and as you can see, people aren't happy with what we got either. Now, granted, there's no multiplayer, and it probably could have done a lot better with multiplayer. But I don't know, and I don't speak for the whole fan base, even though I myself am having a good time with the remake. There's a lot of things wrong with it, but of course there's always going to be things like that. Now, as long as the developers listen to the criticisms, to the actual, like, constructive criticisms, and not just, oh, we didn't need this, or, like, there are things that can be criticized that are legitimate versus just whining and bitching because it's Unreal 5 or whatever. There's a lot of valid points to be made. But the same thing applies to Battlefront. It's like, what can you really do? You could add more classes, but the game already plays well enough. You could add some more heroes and villains, kind of like how they did with the Kyber version on PC. Or, you know, making more maps. But we're just kind of at this point now where it's like, outside of changing a story or adding new story stuff, the gameplay and multiplayer and stuff, etc., there's only so much I feel like you can do to really improve it.
Valhoon's dead, just like the rest of his squad. I thought you should know.
He's really dead? That's the best medicine I could ask for. I admit, I didn't think it was possible. I'm sorry I ever doubted you.
They were a threat, so I dealt with them accordingly.
I'm sorry I had to ask you to deal with my mess. But Valhoon's death is worth it.
Sergeant, there's a Colto tank available now.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but it sounds like I need to go. Thank you.
I don't think you're getting up to go take that bath on your own. Better ask that droid to be easy.
My lord, the probes have returned. The data is coming through now. What is that?
It's a hangar, you twit. Just keep monitoring it and notify me if anything, even an insect, flies out.
I do hope your reputation is well earned, bounty hunter. The Republic is amassing a fleet, and I need a seasoned professional to handle it.
Braggarts and phonies don't last long in my line of work.
Your confidence nearly rivals my own. The recent increase in carrier activity led me to suspect the Republic was stockpiling a secret hangar of sorts. As always, I was right. The hangar itself is still under construction, but the fleet they've assembled easily dwarfs our own.
I don't find that funny.
Even I couldn't have predicted they'd build it so close. It's the rare insect that hides under a boot. An orbital bombardment ought to reduce that hangar to dust. But first, my fleet will need the hangar's exact coordinates. This team can plant beacons in the hangar's vicinity, and our ships will destroy the Republic's greatest secret weapon in a single rain of fire. Brilliant, my lord.
What's in it for me?
Service to the Empire should be its own reward. The Republic knows the hangar is vulnerable, so they'll be prepared. Just storm past their defenses and plant those beacons. By the time they realize what you were up to, we'll already be raining fire upon them.
Wait, so he didn't actually say he was paying us. Service to the Empire. Yeah, well, that doesn't pay bills. Doesn't pay bills. Doesn't pay for my my fuel costs, armor and weapon maintenance, ammo. What the hell? Click. I was so confused. It didn't want to click. Here, let's go ahead and...
All right.
What's up?
What's up? I just want your help blasting. I gave you that fancy-ass sniper rifle. I need you to put it to good use. You know, and I guess that would also be kind of why I don't bother changing, like, why I don't play a lot of new games. Is because, like, new games at this point, they're just kind of... They're just lacking vision. They're lacking creativity, and it's just... It's like earlier I saw an ad for, like, the newest Call of Duty or whatever, and I'm like, this looks the fucking same. It looks the same. It's just like newer graphics, and that's it. What the fuck else is different about it? Like, I don't... Like, yeah, I'm partially into, you know, Halo for the story as far as, like, the campaign goes. But, like, the multiplayer is so interesting and so different looking because of the type of game it is. I like the whole, like, sci-fi aspect. When you put it into, like, when you put it so grounded in real-world bullshit.
Seeing stars?
Like, there's a difference between, like, something looking realistic, like the people looking like people, materials looking like the actual materials instead of, you know, making it look plasticky or whatever because it has only, like, 3 polygons. But if yeah, see how fast he killed that Jedi? But for me, if, you know, like, I just don't enjoy games that are so grounded in the real world because what the fuck's the point?
Try not to bother me.
And there's only so much you can do to make anything look different. Otherwise, it's all gonna look the fucking same. Which takes away any kind of anything be interesting to look at. What's up, Larry? How you doing? Bop. Get out. This is, well, I'd say this is the only, but it's, I guess, technically not. I played WoW way back in the 2000s with some friends, but I didn't really enjoy WoW. Like, I couldn't get invested in any of the characters or the world building. It just, I didn't care. But Swtor, on the other hand, one being Star Wars, and then also on top of that being in the Old Republic era that it was in, just made it so much more enjoyable. Oh, I 100% agreed. This game, I will tell anybody that, like, while I don't... What's the best game, I guess, can be subjective, right? However, I personally believe this is the best Star Wars game, but it's also the best game as far as bang for your buck ever. One for Star Wars games for sure. There is no Star Wars game that will get you more out of it. I mean, yeah, you can put, you know, thousands of hours into Battlefront 2, but it's the same. Like, it's just because it's just multiplayer. I mean, you got the campaign too, but that campaign really just doesn't count for anything. Whereas then you've got the outside of other MMO type games. Like, obviously, WoW has been around for longer, so you could say it's got more content value. But, again, it's such a boring-ass world to me that I just don't... I don't have any interest in it. But, I mean, like, people glaze KOTOR and KOTOR 2, and while I love both games... They're two of my favorite games. I love the stories in them. But, I mean, Swtor has 8 stories you can play that are different. Like, whereas, you know, KOTOR, yeah, you can play a different class. It's the same character. The story is relatively the same outside of, you know, whether you want to go, like, light or dark side with some decisions, but the outcomes don't change. The stories you get in this game are just so much better and so much more varied. And as a console player, as a console gamer, I'm not big on PC games, and I'm definitely not big on MMOs. Like, this is the only one I tolerate playing. In fact, I don't even remember. I remembered a little bit of my time playing WoW, but I had to pretty much reteach myself how to play an MMO and doing all the shit on mouse and keyboard just so that I could play this game. And I've probably played at least 30 characters since the game's release back in, what is it, 2012? I think it's 2012. So, yeah, and I mean, the game still has content. It still gets updates. While, yeah, it's not as frequent, they're not as big as, like, the Shadow of Revan stuff or whatever. There's still stuff, and they have a hopefully a large story-based expansion coming out. We know they have the story's continuing, and there is an expansion. I just hope it's big enough that it'll actually, you know, be worth it for when that 8.0 drops and, you know, running multiple characters through and such.
Perfect. The beacons are feeding the hangar's coordinates to my ships as we speak. Once the fleet is in position, we can commence the bombardment and turn that hangar into a smoldering crater.
Remember my name. Spread it around.
I couldn't keep your actions a secret if I tried. Already...
Oh, I forgot. I wanted Mako in the cutscene. Yes, exactly. Like, your decisions
Try not to bother me.
While they may not 100% matter some of the time, the fact that a lot of stuff still comes back to it, and it's like people will recognize you, or they'll be like, "Oh, hey, so and so," or blah blah blah, and it's very I very much appreciate that part of storytelling, and from what I'm aware of, Swtor does better with the MMO storytelling than the other MMOs, including WoW. So I'll take that over the actual MMO aspect any day. That's what I'm here for anyways.
Perfect. The beacons are feeding the hangar's coordinates to my ships as we speak. Once the fleet is in position, we can commence the bombardment and turn that hangar into a smoldering crater.
Remember my name. Spread it around.
I couldn't keep your actions a secret if I tried. Already my men are abuzz with talk of your daring assault. It's almost humbling. All ships are in position. Stand by for orbital assault. Excellent work out there. I doubt I could have done a better job of it myself. My master is as generous as he is wise. Colonel Sarab will have your reward waiting for you when you return.
Works for me.
Farewell, then.
That's such a fucking great response. Works for me, and then he's just like, alright, get out of here. Now, Larry, this is actually, I've got 8 characters I'm running through all the stories again right now. They're part of a bigger Swtor project I'm working on.
Travel route is confirmed.
So, like, I've played all the stories multiple, well, I won't say I played all of them multiple times. I've definitely played all the Imperial classes multiple times, because they're just, being a bad guy isn't fun, but the stories themselves are more fun. I mean, I wish I had the time to play this game as much as I do, or as much as I used to. I also didn't have I was playing this game on a laptop, and before I eventually upgraded to a legitimate PC, and unfortunately, around the time I was finally able to upgrade to a PC, and I started doing, like, YouTube content and stuff, my guildies kind of all started to drop the game, and so I never really got the opportunity to, like, record or stream a bunch of our stuffs, our raids, the operations, and we used to do those several times a week. And I wish that I still had my guild to be able to do that. You know, I thought about that too, and I thought about whether or not I should make a Twi'lek character. Of course, I made these 8 characters before we knew anything for that expansion, because I made all the new characters last summer. But yeah, I really wonder. Surely there will be dialogue for if your character is a Twi'lek, right? Or if you have vet for your companion. Now, what would probably get you the most would be as if you were a Sith warrior Twi'lek, and you had vet as like the companion you maxed influence on, and then having both you go back would probably be really cool. I was DPS for my guild, mostly. I had my main DPS, which was a Merc, and my secondary DPS, which was a Sork. But of course, both Merc and Sork I could off heal if it was needed, which, depending on which healers we had available that night, it sometimes was, but I could also heal myself a little bit, so I wasn't as much of a liability. And then when my guild we had some internal conflicts at one point, and so I started tanking on my warrior Juggernaut sometimes when we needed the tank, but I always much preferred playing my ranged DPS characters.
You return triumphant. You have fought and bled alongside my legionnaires, and I welcome you back as one of our own.
Let's just discuss the reward that Lieutenant Trell mentioned.
My lord was impressed. Neither his praise nor his rewards come lightly. Revel in the rewards of Lord Vargo, and know that you will always be welcome among the ranks of the 75th.
Be seeing ya.
Farewell.
Except we most definitely not will be seeing you. God, son of a bitch! What the? Where am I? Oh.
What can I get for you?
Nothing. I just want to sell you this garbage. Ugh, I really need to do something with all this shit.
Come back anytime.
Yeah. Pubside, we had a guild on Pubside, or we had a separate guild that was the same people but on Pubside. It just didn't get played as much. I had the only one I had geared for endgame for Pubside was a Guardian. I think he was also a tank. Which one's the 88? Nope, it's this one. Yep. And which one is this? This is Focused Retribution, which is this one. You would think I could just click it and it would replace the right ones, but they don't do that because the game dumb sometimes. Alright, let's open this crap, see what this is. Probably nothing worthwhile. Oh, the gloves are actually better. That's a shock. And that's it. Okay. So let's sell some of this shit.
You won't find a better bargain.
I don't know about that. Perhaps I will find a better bargain. I have all this freaking 8 rating shit that I need to get rid of. I really need to do some maintenance and go put all these gifts and shit in my...
Come back anytime.
In my sheep. So I've done... So I always did... Every time I did Bounty Hunter, I always did Merc. And I always did Merc because dual wielding, because Jango Fett's just my favorite character. And so I always did Mercenary dual wielding, which is a very mobile, which I like because it doesn't have me sitting there casting abilities and standing still, so I could run around to pew pew. Which, same thing with Lightning Sword, is I can just run around and pew pew, and the stuff that actually needs to be channeled, I can either move with, or you can proc and it'll insta-cast, which is nice. This character I made is a power tech, because he's based off of kind of an IRL design for my bounty hunter, and that Mandalorian, that IRL Mandalorian that I made, he's got the red armor. He's got more or less a giant hand cannon of a revolver, and so that's what I went with here. And that's why we have a giant revolver. But I wanted him to just be one pistol. And honestly, this one's fantastic. He's got all kinds of cool animations for his abilities that feel really techy. Because honestly, I was gonna go with pyrotech and just do a whole bunch of fire stuff. But the animations were all kind of samey, which they are for Lightning Sword too. But it's lightning, which fire's cool too. But specifically with the Mandalorian, I liked the ability. I liked the idea of all this different tech-based abilities and such, and that's what we've got. And Rail Shot's just my favorite ability in the entire game. You have Rail Shot as a merc, but you lose it when you upgrade. You upgrade it to what's called Mag Shot, and it channels similarly, but you shoot it from your dual pistols, which doesn't look as cool, nor sound as cool. Rail Shot is just so much better. What's got you down, Torian?
What sort of jobs are coming up? Hunting? Mercenary work?
There's something in particular you're hoping to see?
Something hard enough to sharpen myself on. Been in a few skirmishes. Treaty with the Republic made real fighting scarce. Like to see something worthy.
Looking for at least 10 to 1 odds? Or will you be satisfied with just one of something nasty?
Tough call. Our people need battle to find out what we are. Mando without war is like a starship without space.
Guess we better find a war then.
Looking forward to it.
He's just tired of sitting on the ship. I guess I can't blame him. How's my favorite asshole pirate guy doing?
Remember those Arcona colonists I was telling you about? Well, I've got the perfect racket to skim a little profit off those moisture-farming saps. Salt.
This I have to hear.
I used to know this spacey Arconan bagman back on Nar Shaddaa. Thought the guy was a spice head for the longest time. Turns out I was only half right. This guy's cravings were something else.
Are all Arcona this screwy?
The few I've met haven't exactly instilled me with confidence. One night, after making our handoff in some dive diner, he orders some garbage soup and dumps an entire shaker of salt into the bowl. Should have seen the way this guy went at the stuff before stumbling out of the place like its last call.
Your money's on these colonists having the same craving.
10 to 1 says there's something about salt that those wedgeheads can't resist. We're going to sell those colonists the answer to all their woes, specially formulated and offered exclusively through Rowing Industries. If I'm right about how much Arcona love the stuff, our biggest problem will be keeping up the supply.
It's such a stupid thing. I'm guessing it's probably a thing where it's like their species just craves it. It's almost like it's like salt. The way it chemically works in their brain is probably like almost like a drug. Yeah, Sork is really fun. I've never played Hatred Spec, just because again, Lightning Sork was just a no-brainer to me. Just it's a sorcerer. I just love spewing lightning. Plus, I just love every time somebody pisses you off in a cutscene, and you're just like, "All right, lightning. You want to try that again, sir?" I don't know anything as far as like what's the best DPS and stuff now, because I just haven't kept up with it. I know back in the day, my Merc Innovative Ordnance was fantastic, and I don't ever plan to change it either. But then again, I don't do endgame content anymore because I don't have a guild, and I haven't really tried to find one because I don't have like super open availability. Which is going to be weird because once I get to the point where I need to get the cutscenes for the Palace of the Fortress of Dread and the Palace of Dread for the Dreadmasters, that's going to be something because I'm going to have to find a guild that will run it with me or let me run it with them, whichever, and also aren't going to bitch about me watching the cutscenes. That second part probably is going to be harder to find than the other.
Been running some diagnostics on the ship. Hyperdrive seems to need a little TLC. We ought to get it looked at. What's worse than a neglected hyperdrive?
Don't want it breaking down on us. I'll deal with it.
Nothing else to report. Should we get back to work?
Let's get moving.
You got it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I worded that improperly. I know the difference between, like, one's AoE and one's, but I more meant, like, as far as how much damage they can put out per second. I don't know the specifics as to which ones can do more, which one has more burst damage. It's just a thing I just haven't followed in a few years because, again, I haven't had a guild for that to even matter. So we're not going to go to Hoth yet on this character. Instead, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to swap over to our sorcerer so we can wrap up Quesh. Where are you? There you are. I don't remember where he is in the Quesh storyline now. Oh, yeah, I do. I remember getting it here. We managed to do all the shit, and then all we had to do was come in here. So, yeah, we're pretty much done with Quesh. Awesome. That means it will not take that long for us to get him done, and then we can hop over to the agent and hopefully get him squared away. No, I want my monster out for this one.
Guess I'll work on the ship a while.
Yeah, sounds good.
Quiet, Broga. We're not alone. Your strength is impressive, Sith, but no amount of power will take Quesh from the Republic.
We're just here to ruin your operation and spark galactic war.
The Republic won't take your bait. Not while I breathe.
Dinga dwara kema chuba, mia grancha muri ra.
True Jedi need only the Force.
Munan's kapparp.
Watch your step, Jedi.
Tola ula, mocha, ichawa joto tu de pita. Ninga ninga kituita, nimo tan move iola, tan kuta.
Nice try, Broga, but you're not weaseling out of this.
And that's the end. Damn, we really were almost done. All I did was go and check where characters were in the story or in their... just checking it out on the menu where it said what planet they were on. And then I just wrote it down. Well, because, okay, I did that... Now, I remember now. I did that because if the character was on Quesh,
my lord.
They just had to finish Quesh. There's no bonus series on this planet. But if they were on Terrace, I had to actually check to see whether or not they had done the Terrace bonus quest or not. Or if, you know. I know what I'm saying. I'm not sure my mouth understands what my brain is thinking, but it's close enough. I'm just not ready to start Hoth until we get the rest of these characters caught up. And then we're going to detour from Hoth, and we're going to go and do all of the bonus steps.
The Jedi and his heart are dead.
Excellent. The Republic will be furious. You have my thanks, and that of my council. We'd still be fighting over Quesh's mines if not for your help.
I really am the best.
I couldn't agree more. That is why Quesh still needs you.
The Republic's still fighting. Help us pile up enough bodies here, they'll retaliate on other planets, then we'll have our war.
But first, enjoy your victory.
The Jedi and his heart are dead.
Excellent. The Republic will be furious. You have my thanks, and that of my council. We'd still be fighting over Quesh's mines if not for your help.
Does the Empire have something in store for this planet?
In time, we will take over the Quesh venom industry. As for our military, there's still plenty to do.
The Republic's still fighting. Help us pile up enough bodies here, they'll retaliate on other planets, then we'll have our war.
But first, enjoy your victory. Quesh will soon be ours, and the Republic grows more furious by the day.
Select one of one reward. Ah, man. Stupid. I'm assuming there was probably another option, and actually it's probably one of those things they streamlined to where the game just now knows what your spec is, instead of it offering you like, hey, select one and there's multiples, because you could be playing an assassin instead. Man, I gotta get rid of some of this shit.
Do you require medical attention?
Ew, no, I don't like that one at all. Not that I was gonna keep it anyways, but... Oh my god, I have so much shit.
Be well.
I really have done a terrible job at keeping up with this shit. Now, how does this one look? Much better. Black and red's pretty cool. However, I don't actually... I debated on using black and red or purple and black at the very beginning, and I did that because I didn't know... What is this one? Serendipitous? God damn it, that's the good one though, motherfucker. That sucks. I hate when it does that shit. Is that actually better than what I have? It is. Slightly.
Please use all products only as intended.
I mean, yeah, like I said, I do plan to do, I do plan to try and get some end-game stuff going again. It's just like, right now I'm replaying through all the stories because I want to get, all the cutscenes and stuff so that I have this grandiose story going on. There we go. That's cleaner.
Be well.
But also, again, like... I don't know, man. Like, I wanted to do the flashpoints and stuff for the story, too, but since there isn't really much story to any of the flashpoints, that's not the Revan ones. Oh, come on, 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 come on. Whew. I mean, well, there's those, there's the Ilum one, a couple of them, but, like, some of them, there's just no story to, so it's, like, whatever. But some of the operations, like, again, the two Oricon operations... Okay. So, some of the operations actually have something to offer story-wise, and since Oricon was part of an entire expansion, I would like to capture those, but yeah, I had to do Black Talon, and I had to do Black Talon 4 times and do Esselis 4 times, like pretty much back to back to back to back. I mean, they're quick enough, but they're just not that fun. I miss doing operations like, what were some good operations? Terror from Beyond is fun. The 2 Oricon ones are good. Eternity Vault was a fun one. And I'm not even in contact with any of those people anymore. I don't even think any of them have touched the game since the guild disbanded. Alright, let's...
Greetings, Master. You're looking fit and deadly, as always.
Thank you. Anybody want to chat? Nope. I'm gonna assume she's still sulking. Yep. And you're just sulking as usual.
Your old apprentices are dead, but they managed to steal the key to Thanaton's meditation chamber.
And so goes the last of my legacy, yourself accepted. But this key, perhaps their death was not such a waste. Thanaton's private meditation chamber would be the perfect place for an ambush.
We done playing with ghosts yet? Where I come from, man takes your dignity, you break his teeth.
We shouldn't rush to seek revenge.
We can't afford haste. I'd advise against facing Thanaton until you've gained more power.
How do I do that? I don't know where any more ghosts are.
You know, it's just hearsay, but there have been strange rumors coming off Hoth lately. Ships crashing mysteriously, and crews hearing voices. Some pretty level-headed people I know are spooked.
Ashara and I will look into these Hoth rumors. In the meantime, you should consider replacing your apprentices. You will appear weak if you don't try to restore what Thanaton destroyed. I've heard a new group of acolytes have arrived on Korriban. Slaves. The kind that Thanaton always passes on. Our old friend Harkon is training them.
I already have an apprentice.
Thanaton took 2 apprentices from you, and fallen or not, this one can hardly be called Sith. An apprentice from Korriban is a special honor. It says you have status, and you will have your pick of the group. Go to Korriban while we study these Hoth rumors your pirate friend produced.
See, I used to have all of my tunes in the guilds just because you know, that way anytime I'm logged in I can be notified if there's anything, if we're looking for a group, or you know, I was also one of the second highest ranking individuals in the guild anyways. Until eventually when it started fragmenting and people started leaving, I took over the guild. But I guess during my brief hiatus from the game, I don't know what happened, because I was guild master, and then now that guild just doesn't exist. It's a shame. I really enjoyed my guildship. I like watching the space. I actually get guild invites all the fucking time from just random people on any of my tunes. Whether I'm playing on this character or, you know, the bounty hunter we were just on, I get them all the time, and I'm always constantly having to decline them because, like, these characters, again, they're just playing for the story. I might use, you know, maybe one or two of these characters for in-game stuff sometime down the road, but I can't even say when that would be. Again, I don't know if I'll ever even get into in-game stuff. Like, I don't know. That guild, like, it's weird, but, like, that guild was, at one point, that was my main life. Like, I played multiplayer shooters with a good friend of mine on Xbox Live, and then I played Swtor. Those were the two things I did besides, you know, dealing with family and friends and then work. I didn't play anything else. Not really. And then, so to find a new guild and get to where I'm comfortable with it, just kind of... Like, my first guild almost put me off ever doing endgame stuff to begin with. They were a very... they took this shit too seriously. Let's put it that way.
This academy is pointless. Fall before our might. We need no masters.
Oh, that could be it. I did take a hiatus from the game for a little bit. Wait. Where is Harkin? Oh yeah, I forgot. It's a stupid different area. My own little personal area. I wonder which one it'll end up being. One of the random dudes in the same gear, or this special looking guy. Also, when you look at them, like, their health. Yeah, plus they... melee. Oh, ranged. Oh, excuse me. Zalek. Feels kind of obvious, doesn't it? And I'm going to bring my monster just to show him.
You are the slime, the filth, the wretches of society. You are what Sith Lords scrape off their boots. I don't know why the Sith Empire even bothers with you, miserable curs. They'd be wiser to give you shovels and have you dig your own graves.
Ah, Harkin. Good to see you haven't changed one bit.
Well, well, my lord. I certainly never expected to see you again. I was just preparing these new slaves for their imminent death. Are you here for an apprentice, or were you just feeling nostalgic?
Darth Thanaton killed my last two apprentices.
Yes, I'd heard about that. They were incompetents anyway. Not that this group looks much better. Thanaton had the sense to pass up this cancerous lot, so they're yours if you want them. This worm is Sephiroth. They found him in a Hutt's palace, crushing prisoners' heads for the Hutt's entertainment.
Steve Pamuhu Moaga.
Shut up, slave. You don't talk directly to a Lord of the Sith unless he asks it. This beady-eyed monstrosity is Argog. Don't know where on a Kath hound's backside he's supposed to come from. Sorry, what was that? Can't understand a word it says. This gangly creature is Jackson. He's no Sith, but he's at least human. And this bone-faced one, well, I can't pronounce whatever gibberish he says he's called. We call him Zalek.
Master.
Don't let him fool you. Too wild for his own good. There were two others, but we made the mistake of leaving them alone with Zalek.
I caution you against choosing favorites, Harkon. I will check in often.
You may check back as you please. I don't expect it to take too long to chew through this bunch. What are you staring at, wretches? You know your trial. Now go!
And Zalik is just staring straight into the fucking camera. Yeah, I wonder which one it's gonna be.
Blasted slugs! They're swarming again! Get them under control!
Can there just be a quick way to get back to my ship? I don't care about all this. I just want to quick travel to the academy and just... I don't want to go through the freaking tomb. What's up, Timbo?
Afgudan Heifst.
Yeah, I mean that's how we were.
This academy is pointless.
Shut up.
Fall before our might. We need no masters.
God, I hate listening to that. We pretty much took anybody in. We had no problem. As long as you listen and don't stand in like pools of fire or acid or something. Like, so my favorite, my two favorites to run were always Eternity Vault, which is like the first op anyways, so it's not difficult. But also I enjoyed what was it was Dread Palace, and I can't remember which Dread Master it was, but he's the one where you fight him in a room, and it's basically like 9 little squares, and he would, like, the squares would disappear and you'd have to move accordingly. Don't stand in stupid. Yeah, basically. And if you did, you didn't bother getting picked up. Like, we saved heals for the people who actually fucking needed it. Are you saying Jedi consulars are
Galaxy
stupid?
will continue trembling at your
Or are
approach
you saying,
if it knows what's good for it, Master. Make her
I have a
choose
Jedi consular we're playing right now. Well, I mean, obviously we're not playing him right now, but I have a female Togruta that's kind of like a Shak T character we're playing.
I trust our friend Harkon is doing well. If your business is finished on Korriban, it's time we looked for another spirit to bind.
I hope you've turned up more than rumors.
One man's rumors are another man's force-fortifying ghosts.
We think what Andronicus has heard is true. A Republic transport crashed over Hoth about a year ago. It was carrying artifacts from a Sith tomb that the Jedi had confiscated.
You think they got the tomb's chief resident as well?
More likely than not.
The Jedi never recovered the transport. I don't like the idea of binding the dead like this, but if you have to, I'd start looking for that transport.
See, like, she's inoffensive to me. I never understood people who hate... Like, I personally love the Sith Inquisitors crew. I think they have one of the best crews in the game. I mean, Kemval, he's your loyal Force-eating monster. Andronicus is your ride-or-die pirate. Ashara, she's, I mean, a fallen Jedi who refuses to accept that she's fallen, which just kind of adds to the fact that she is a fallen Jedi. Like, yeah, you can't turn her... And that's the biggest thing, is people are always so pissy because you can't turn her into a psycho, dark side, wannabe, freaking edgy teenager like Jaisa, but I'm perfectly fine with it. And she was like, I don't like having to do that, but if that's what you gotta do... So, you know, she was pragmatic about it. What's got you wrong, upset, Grumpy Gills?
Ungas I've nona, Jappe Sitlos Fraudnos Jus, Jappe Reika Jappe.
Is this another one of your nightmares?
Jalaika Jaan Bar. In Pamalhap Fralet Forte Fuima, Elizos Kaskaf Tais. Ababarna Habens, Glaubena, Ni in Usakwai, Usiterens Apipao.
I helped you defeat Veshik Urg. I'll help you find Tulak Horde's bones.
My tais is.
Awfully convenient since we have to go to Hoth. Now, those were... I liked how... I don't know. I like how they pretty much make it to where you get the companion conversations no matter what, but obviously since influence isn't really a thing like it used to be. But I do like how this lines up. It's like we're about to go to Hoth, and now we have his Hoth mission instead of, oh, by the time you're on Corellia and suddenly he's like, hey, you remember that cold ice planet? I need to go back there. I forgot something.
I'm realizing there's a lot I don't understand about the Empire.
I don't expect a Jedi to understand. But the Empire is strength and freedom.
They certainly talk a lot about strength, but freedom? From what I've seen, that belongs to a select few.
Slavery is everywhere. And even among the so-called free, only the Sith act with any sort of independence. It's hard to see good in an empire that thinks of non-humans as nothing more than slaves.
The Empire is a meritocracy. Those that can rise to the top. The inferior fall behind.
It doesn't sound as if merit has anything to do with it. I just wonder. The original Sith weren't human. It's a contradiction.
I do not share the Empire's species preference, but I am not in any place to change it. Yet.
Yet. But that's what we're working toward, right? Maybe not a good empire, but a reasonable one.
I mean, yeah, I didn't say we were going to change the Empire. I just said I don't like how they try to treat me. Though I'm like a Sith, so I should be treated with praise anyways. I never understood that. Like, it's almost as if pureblood Sith are treated as inferior to humans, which just doesn't make sense. I mean, we know that Ajunta Paul was a human, and he was the leader of the exiled Jedi that discovered Korriban and integrated with the Sith. So yes, he was a Jedi, or he was a human. But I don't recall the species of the other ones. Zozan wasn't human. Marnus Kerr wasn't human. So I think he was the only one. So I don't really know where the human bigotry came from as far as, like, the Sith Empire goes. Plus, the pureblood Siths just look cool as shit anyways. Alright, who do we have now? The Imperial Agent. We gotta get him through the bonus series, and then Quesh. Okay, so we finished the planetary shit. So we've just got to do the bonus series here, and then move on to Quesh.
So this is what happens to a planet when the Empire's through. Something to think about.
I mean, it's not even at all the case, though, Khalio. Wasn't it the Empire was through with the planet? It was fear.
I'm gone.
With a dude trying to blow up the entire planet just to kill one Jedi.
Hold a moment, please. Colonel Sarab, Commander, 75th Legion. Note this moment, Agent. Today, you are honored by an invitation into the service of the mighty Lord Vargo. The Republic schemes against us as we speak, but my lord has foreseen their intentions, and he believes your organization's skills would be helpful in obliterating them.
With respect, matters like this are best handled by intelligence alone.
My master discovered this plot, no one else. Our troops are already deployed. You will share in our glory, or someone else will. You fought for Darth Gravis and saw the Republic's pathetic reconstruction. It shows nothing of the tremendous resources they received. My master determined that the Republic used those resources not only for rebuilding, but to construct a secret weapon. And my master is never wrong.
I suspect you're on the wrong track.
The Republic has taken great pains to hide those materials. Their obvious intent is to use them against us. Lord Vargo determined the focus of the Republic's efforts prior to the invasion. We were deployed to search the area. Elite enemy commandos attacked us on arrival. We will find the Republic's secret there, with your help.
I hope you're right.
Lord Vargo does not make mistakes. A speeder will take you to Legion Base Camp, where Lord Vargo directs our operations. My master will show you the beauty of his vision, and you will join our Legion in honor and victory.
Let's get this done.
Yeah, my agent is very pro-Empire, very, like, not
Paris
pro
must have been glorious a long time ago. We will dream of it.
Travel route is confirmed.
He sees the Sith as very problematic, especially with like how much you have to put up with from Sith characters in Chapter 1. Though obviously he's also from the Ascendancy, so he's got his own people to think about. But he is a spy, and he's very good at what he does. Speaking of very good at what he does, I do not know what I feel like making for dinner tonight. Or lunch, for that matter. I actually need to go and address that real quick. And then we'll talk to this guy here in just a moment.
Lord Vargo?
With respect, please refrain from disturbing my master. He is meditating deeply and dislikes interruptions. I'm Lieutenant Trell. Lord Vargo has authorized me to relay his instructions.
Let's get to the point.
Our hunt for the Republic's secret project is opposed by elite Special Forces soldiers. We must annihilate them to accomplish our goal. Our troops have encircled the region, maintaining pressure from all sides. While the enemy is thus distracted, you will strike directly at their forces and obliterate them.
What about searching for the Republic's project?
As you assault the enemy, you will also deploy small probes to help us pinpoint exactly where the Republic is hiding this secret weapon they've been constructing.
The Republic has to realize we're closing in. It's only a matter of time until they act.
This was my Lord's assessment as well. A rapid resolution is part of the reason he chose to invite your assistance. There is one other matter. The leader of the Republic Defenders, Major Camden. His death could only speed our progress. Camden coordinates his soldiers from a heavily fortified base. It's practically impenetrable. If you were to hijack a Republic speeder, though, you might be able to get inside.
You forget who you're speaking to. I'll handle it.
Be cautious. Camden is a shrewd leader with extensive cyborg enhancements. He will not fall easily. Here are the probes you'll need to deploy. My fellow soldiers can tell you best how to strike at the enemy's forces. Good luck.
I don't know what it is about him that rubs me the wrong way. Yeah, what's up, Kratos? Welcome back. Yeah, I know, it's gonna be... It's insane, right? It's kind of like... It's kind of like they missed the ball with things. But I guess, you know... Based on how Halo Infinite went, they kind of fucked everything. I don't think they'll... I think Halo 3 was a bigger success overall than Halo 2 was. But will they bother doing anything for Halo 3's 20th? Because they didn't do anything for Halo 2's 20th. So... I don't know. I'm still the most nostalgic for Halo 3, but, you know, all three of the first Halo games are very nostalgic to me for certain reasons. It'll be interesting to see if they actually do anything, but they can't do a remake unless they're going to have a remake for Halo 2 out and then Halo 3. There's no way. There's no way they can put in enough support for that, and also people would be pissed because of how shitty it would come out with such little time to be worked on. I mean, people are already still upset about some of the, or a lot of the stuff in the Halo 1 remake, which, personally, the only issue I've had so far, besides, you know, getting swarmed by enemies and hunters standing in doorways, is just those immortal grunts that just would not die. That kind of sucked.
Smell that. Scorched men, smoldering vegetation, and dissipating heat. Only victors get to savor that smell. Victors, and men thankful they're still breathing at all. They're out there right now, clinging desperately to the hope they'll drive us back. They have no idea how wrong they are.
That's good news.
The Republic has put up a good fight since we smashed their battalion. But today, their defiance comes to an end. My men revived a Republic soldier left behind when we decimated their main force. He's generously explained how their people are signaling each other. All that remains is to assemble the small elite unit that will have the honor of the final stroke.
Should be straightforward.
The goal is simple. The execution will not be. The enemy has short-range transmitters hidden in the region to broadcast vital alerts. We can use them to send an all-clear, then eliminate everyone who responds. We've got one opportunity to finish this. Failure will mean enduring guerrilla strikes every step we take. Your participation would make victory certain.
Let's get this done.
These are the coordinates of the transmitters. Make those curs wish they'd never been born.
Well, so my opinion on remakes is kind of right? So we had, I don't count Halo 1 Anniversary as a remake. I don't even technically count Halo 2 Anniversary as a remake. Well, yes and no. So Halo 1 Anniversary was not a remake. They just slapped Halo Reach's skins on top of Halo 1. And it didn't work well. However, I do think... Oh, shit. I totally forgot we're playing different characters.
We are Dawn Herald.
I totally forgot we had swapped to the, to our agent. But, so that wasn't a good remake. This new remake, however, is a good game. It just needs multiplayer. Whereas, like, Combat Evolved Anniversary's remake was... Or, Combat Evolved's Anniversary multiplayer was just... Halo Reach multiplayer with Halo 1 inspired maps. And while we didn't hate that, it still was a little lazy. Now, what we probably would need, what, you know, we as the fans would like, is just something built from the ground up. And that's my issue, is they didn't make the game from scratch. Now, I'm sure my standard as far as a good remake is the Resident Evil series. Now, while I haven't played the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes, because I'm only a fan of Resident Evil 1 or Resident Evil 4, but those remakes were very well received. And Resident Evil 4's remake is just fan-fucking-tastic. So, I don't know. I'm sure probably some of the
star signs freeze. We are wary.
Especially between the third game and the second game, a lot of shit was probably reused. But those two games take place at pretty much the same time, in the same area. So, like, it makes sense for, like, them to use the same assets. As far as for... Resident Evil 4, I don't know how many assets got reused, but I didn't hear any complaints. The only complaints I ever heard about the Resident Evil 4 remake was certain, like, things being taken out of the original game. So, like, whether it be sections of the game, or, you know, in some instances, like, cheesy dialogue. But I think that's okay for the most part. And I played the shit out of the original Resident Evil 4. Like, I 100% that game. I had every single thing you could possibly do done. And even I think that the remake is better than the original. Now, there are people who disagree with that, and that's fine. But I don't really hear anybody complaining about the remake. Which one has this got? 20,000? Sure. Which is a good thing. Now, the Halo 1 remake obviously has a lot of things wrong with it, and some people are right to criticize it. I think I'll probably work on that video. I think I'll work on my video talking about that. Thursday? I think Thursday's the day I'll probably do that. And then maybe I can have it out by next week. If not the weekend, if I, have the time. But if we compare Halo 1's anniversary with Halo 2's anniversary, which again was not a remake, so to speak, Halo 2 anniversary is pretty much enjoyed by everybody. Everybody loves it because it was great. It was redone so fucking well. The cutscenes for Blur Studios are absolutely amazing. Chief looks gorgeous. Cortana looks gorgeous. Johnson looks gorgeous. Arbiter looks gorgeous. Like, it's such a beautiful game. The only criticism I could possibly have for the Halo 2 anniversary is the fact that the multiplayer wasn't an improvement from, it wasn't based on Halo 2's multiplayer. It's Halo 4's multiplayer with some changes to make it more in line with Halo 2. I don't like that. It's ugly. It looks ugly because it looks like the Halo 4 multiplayer, which, while I like Halo 4's multiplayer, big controversial statement there, visually it's ugly. The armor's ugly, the colors are ugly, but Halo 2 Anniversary did it right, which is why a lot of people don't think we need a Halo 2 remake. But do you really see them not capitalizing on a Halo 2 remake and jumping straight to a Halo 3 remake first for that 20th anniversary? I mean, this game only just came out, so unless they had their resources divided, I don't see it even happening. Not to mention, we already know they have 3 canceled projects in the works. They canceled the multiplayer project, and they canceled 2 other projects that were also being done side by side. As far as I know right now, I don't think there is a single Halo game in development currently.
With any luck, you eliminated the last of the guerrillas by sending those signals. I expect our redeployment to go quickly now. A demonstration of intelligence's capabilities has great effects on discipline.
Keeping the Empire running smoothly is what we do best.
It's been a privilege.
And honestly, it's a sad thing to think about, but I didn't realize we didn't have one on. But I want to be excited for it. I just don't know how to. I mean, at most, it's just like, oh, we'll just play the shit out of Halo 3. But, I mean, when I play with the boys anyways, we have Halo 3 on at all times, unless we get tired of only getting Halo 3 maps. So, Or there's the Halo 3 lasso that we were working on before the backpack went AWOL, and we haven't played with him since the beginning of May, so I don't even know there. I'd love to do another lasso, though, even though it is suffrage.
Blasted Republic ambush! That's the 3rd convoy we've lost this week. My lord, don't take this wrong, but if someone doesn't take care of that ambush, you can just give Taris back to the Republic.
Infiltrate and destroy. I know what to do.
I hate to ask for help. Goes against my pride as a soldier, but we need to get our supply convoys through that passage. If you could take out the Republic Special Forces and recover their shrapnel mines for us, I'd owe you.
And, it's also frustrating because... So, we were doing... Justin and I were doing a lasso run for Halo Reach already. Like, that was already ongoing. We were 3 levels in before we decided to add his brother into the mix because his brother was playing the multiplayer with us anyways. Stupid. What's happening? He was there for Battle Buddies. He went from being like a guest to, you know, full-fledged member, but then again, we got 3 levels in, couldn't get through the 4th level, which is still sad because that should have been one of the easier missions. And then now we're just stuck with 2. What the hell? Do those actually blow up? I have never had those blow up on any character I have played. I am fucking confused. Shit, that was the wrong thing to pick.
Combat pheromones.
But yeah, so aside from other projects I have that I've never completed, and I do plan to go back and do some of them. It's one of those things where, like, including other people complicates shit. And you know, we do have to decide, do we want to attempt to actually continue said project, or do we just shelf it? You know, because I mean, we can run Lasso without him. We did Halo 1, we did Halo 5. So it's not like there's not an option. We just haven't really decided whether or not we want to do that or not. I also wanted to, we also discussed whether or not we would do anything with Campaign Evolved, because I can only play it because I was given a Series S by a mutual friend of ours. He doesn't have a Series S or X, and I have the game, so the only time he's played it is coming over here to my house, which isn't ideal because we don't exactly live close. So of course, you know, we have to play through the game, then do some other shit, and then maybe we'd get around to a lasso, but I don't even know when the hell that would happen.
Are those the shrapnel mines? Thanks. Those things were tearing us to shreds.
My pleasure.
Come on, boys. We have our opening. Don't let the Republic get comfortable again.
So I don't know. I don't know. Luckily, though, I have a few ideas for things I plan to do for Campaign Evolved that'll give me a couple more playthroughs of it just solo by myself. And, you know, that'll give us, well, at least a couple weeks worth of things to do with the game. Not that I'm really tired of it, because I love playing Combat Evolved. I love the campaign for it. Just, you know, having something to make it different does add to the replayability.
Let me up, you reprogrammed torture droid. I've got news to report.
Your damage is considerable. Please remain still.
Sir, I'm sorry, sir. I'd stand to attention, but the pubs filled my legs with shrapnel. Most of my arm, too. They brought me down here before I could tell anyone. One of the Republic's top special tactics squads is on Taris.
Battlefields are chaotic. You sure about this?
I'd recognize Valhoon's vultures anywhere. The Empire's been trying to eliminate them for a while. They're the best fighters the pubs have, you ask me. My squad was following them in the swamp. Thought we had them. Instead, they led us into a minefield. Half of us were down before Valhoon started his attack. We never stood a chance.
I want everything you know about this squad.
On Alderaan, they wiped out an entire battalion and blew up our main ammo supply. They sabotaged our shipyards near Elam. I'm in no position to make a request of you, but the Empire needs someone to take them out. Killing them secures our resources and hits the Republic right in the gut. Say you'll go after them, please.
Just tell me where to go.
We found them out by the ruined swoop tracks. I'll bet there's a camp near there. Oh, I'd love to see Valhoon himself dead if you get the chance. Good hunting.
And even though I had some trouble with the fucking the remix mode, which part of it was my own fault because I added skulls. Now, granted, one of the skulls is bugged, and it shouldn't make it to where the Marines can't shoot their guns. So that bullshit's not on me. However, the rest of it was on me to a degree with the explosions and stuff, and that's how I was getting killed. However, I also think the big explosions and the exploding grunts was also probably part of what helped me get through that. So it was definitely a double-edged sword there. But I enjoyed the entire time I played it. The issue was just that it was so chaotic. And there's only so much shit I could do.
Increasing combat pheromones.
Oh, fuck you. But that's the thing. Like, it's the same thing with Lasso. Like, Lasso is such pain and suffering, but it's also fun. Like, there's frustration in, like, a difficult challenge like Lasso, and then there's, like, playing multiplayer, where you get stuck with teammates who either don't know how to play the game, or they do, and they're just not that good at it. And it's like, it's really hard to not feel negative about teammates that can't keep up with you. Or you and your, whoever you have playing. Whereas, like, when we did Lasso, yeah, Justin was killing himself all the time with his own grenades. Or blowing himself, getting blown up by enemies, getting killed all the time. Like, that was frustrating, but it was also so funny at the same time. And so we weren't really pissed off. Like, there's different levels of frustration. And even though, yes, I definitely did get pissed off with some of the stuff I was dealing with that, the remix mode playthrough. The things I was actually pissed about and not just frustrated were the things that's like, what do you do?
We fight for you. We fight for the nest.
Like the library, for example. The game started, the level started, and in the fucking doorway, the first doorway we have to go through, is a hunter. And you go, what the fuck do I do here? Like, the game gives you... The game gives you a pistol and an assault rifle. And you're just supposed to get through a hunter with that? Yeah, maybe if it was OG Halo 1 and I could one-shot them in the back with a pistol, but it is not the case. And because I'm guessing they're based off the Halo Reach, I think everything's based off the Halo Reach engine. And Halo Reach hunters are, like, you can't just get behind them. It doesn't work that way. Like, you can't just sidestep them like you could Halo 1 hunters. Sidestep and then shoot them in the back, and then that's the end of it. Or here's what I will say, too. Another thing that, like, genuinely made me mad was the flood fog option, which just, I couldn't see. At certain times, you couldn't see anything, and I understand, you know, it's to make it foggy and whatever, but, like, you couldn't see anything. There's a difference between, oh, it's harder to see, and it's impossible to see. Like, I will probably never use the flood fog again outside of turning it on one time, just so Justin can suffer through it with me.
Valhoon's dead, just like the rest of his squad. I thought you should know.
He's really dead? That's the best medicine I could ask for. I admit, I didn't think it was possible. I'm sorry I ever doubted you.
They were a threat, so I dealt with them accordingly.
I'm sorry I had to ask you to deal with my mess. But Valhoon's death is worth it.
Sergeant, there's a Kolto tank available now.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but it sounds like I need to go. Thank you.
Now, speaking of, on the yep, my English just failed. On the subject of remakes, I am not a big fan of remakes of movies or TV shows, especially since half of them it's like, oh, it's HD, and it's not. You just took the shitty box version and stretched it out, or cut off the top and the bottom to make it HD and widescreen now, and it's like, that didn't work. Or remaking movies and shit. It's like, leave the shit alone. The original was good enough. You don't have to remake it.
My lord, the probes have returned. The data is coming through now. What is that?
It's a hangar, you twit. Just keep monitoring it and notify me if anything, even an insect, flies out.
I trust your dossier isn't a load of tripe. The Republic is amassing a fleet, and I need someone experienced to neutralize it.
My record speaks for itself.
Your confidence nearly rivals my own. The recent increase in carrier activity led me to suspect the Republic was stockpiling a secret hangar of sorts. As always, I was right. The hangar itself is still under construction, but the fleet they've assembled easily dwarfs our own.
What do you plan to do?
An orbital bombardment ought to reduce that hangar to dust. But first, my fleet will need the hangar's exact coordinates. This team can plant beacons in the hangar's vicinity, and our ships will destroy the Republic's greatest secret weapon in a single rain of fire. Brilliant, my lord.
Make sure you wait until I get out before you start the fireworks.
You have my word. The Republic knows the hangar is vulnerable, so they'll be prepared. Just storm past their defenses and plant those beacons. By the time they realize what you were up to, we'll already be raining fire upon them.
Well, storming in isn't exactly what an agent is built for. Also, I can't even sneak through because if I tried that, I still have to kill 25 enemies for the mission anyways, right? Unless it's a bonus mission, but if it's a bonus, I gotta do it because, well, we do the bonus mission on all of our characters. How much farther do we have?
We are Dawn Herald.
I don't know if I'll have time to finish Quesh or not today. Ooh, good hit. Have things that I should probably get done in prep for dealing with next week. Just so, damn, I really thought that like the friggin' poison would kill his ass sooner than that. I always have to decide what to do with my me time, because a lot of times it just ends up me with me editing videos, which is fine because I enjoy editing videos, but also then I end up not having the time to prep the things I need to prep. It's also just the issue of me remembering to do it. That's also a big one. I need to basically write out a new list, because I usually will like write on a sticky note. I'll write a list of all the things that I need to get done or that aren't currently done. Right now, I'm currently, I don't want to say sidetracked, but I've stopped working on a few things so that I can get the videos done for the remake, so I can get that stuff uploaded. I did that. Whoops. I've got to get the remake uploaded, and then also the remix mode as well. And that stuff takes time, so I've got to sit there and watch through it all.
Are you well?
That and also the render time is the biggest thing that always kills me. Like I rendered a video this morning while I made breakfast and ate and did some other things. And it took like an hour and a half to render. And I was like, ugh. And I know there's ones that are going to take more than that. And I just don't even know what to do about that part. That's just a thing that I have to either have done in the morning when I'm just busy doing other things, during the evening when I'm not even on my computer, or set one to do it while I'm asleep, which I try not to do because I've had PC issues in the past, and where I used to have stuff render pretty much every night. I'd have it rendering while I was asleep or while I was in bed, and it's like I feel like it's not good long term. And pretty much all of my issues, knock on wood, have gone away. So yeah, I'm gonna keep giving my PC just as much rest as I try to give myself.
Perfect. The beacons are feeding the hangar's coordinates to my ships as we speak. Once the fleet is in position, we can commence the bombardment and turn that hangar into a smouldering crater.
That should wrap things up.
Quite. All ships are in position. Stand by for orbital assault. Excellent work out there. I doubt I could have done a better job of it myself. My master is as generous as he is wise. Colonel Sarab will have your reward waiting for you when you return.
That'll do nicely.
Farewell, then.
Okay, so now do we move on to Quesh? I feel like we can, but I don't...
Travel route is confirmed.
I don't know if I'll end up completing it. I guess the bigger question is, can you complete Quesh in an hour? It is a short planet. Because if we can do that, then we've got all of our Imperial characters wrapped up. We'll have all of our Imperial characters wrapped up, and then later on we can work on the pub side of things.
Please use all products only as intended.
I didn't realize how much shit I had on this character. Like, actual just junk. It's kind of a shame that there's so much,
Be well.
so much, like, old gear that you can get from completing quests and stuff. And that's the only way you can get that gear, but it's bound because it's a reward, and it's like, so you can't sell the shit to other players. And since it's all random, well, the ones you get from quests aren't random, I don't think, but the drops are all random, and it's just like, ugh. Give people the option to, you know, give them to another player or sell them at least. One way or the other.
You return triumphant. You have fought and bled alongside my legionnaires, and I welcome you back as one of our own.
It was an honor to fight alongside your men, Colonel.
The honor was entirely ours. My lord was impressed. Neither his praise nor his rewards come lightly. Revel in the rewards of Lord Vargo, and know that you will always be welcome among the ranks of the 75th.
Continue your excellent service to the Empire.
With pleasure. Farewell.
Actual things that can be used. Which one is it? There we go. I'm not quite sure how I feel. I mean, I know how this story goes. This is like, all of the Imp stories are the ones I remember, and the Jedi Knight. It's the other three pub stories that I have a hard time remembering specifics to the story. I don't know, I don't remember every little detail. But specifically for what's happening with our agent right now, I don't remember the exact specifics for me to preemptively know how I'm going to handle the outcome. I just know that currently I and my character are not happy with how they are being manipulated. Oh, people want to talk. Let's do this first, and then we'll talk.
It's in your head. You can't keep it there.
This is Legate to Base Command. I've retrieved the ultrawave transmitter.
Base Command here.
Connect the Gadara device to your link-up. I'll download what I need. A Special Forces team found Kai Sazin dead with her guards. I'll have to inform the Jedi Council.
How are you going to explain it?
I'll give them as much of the truth as I can. Maybe they'll learn from their mistakes. Download's complete. Let's hope the genius in that thing helps us win this war.
It's breaking your skull. Can you hear it crack?
You don't look so good, Leggett. Take a few days. Check in with your bosses. We'll have another job soon.
Can you see? Cipher 9. Leggett. Disposable operative. It's been a while since Shadowtown.
Watcher X, the Nar Shaddaa mission. Intelligence had you imprisoned there.
Yes. Formerly Watcher 5, formerly Minder 8. I helped you with your terrorist problem. I performed surgery on you before you murdered me. A chip in your spine to disguise your life readings. Maybe that chip is how we're talking now, or maybe it's the stress. Double agent, triple agent. The brainwashing damages your mind.
Only the SIS knows about the programming. I can't even talk about it.
I was in your position once. Trapped by my conditioning, forced to subvert it. I warned you they'd do the same to you. The SIS isn't to blame. We both know you were programmed before you met them.
If the SIS didn't brainwash me, who did?
You've seen brainwashing technology before. Slave control serums on Drummond Cass, loyalty instincts bred into Watchers, an Imperial diplomat infused with killic pheromones. The Republic is only using what the Empire put in your mind.
If you know so much about brainwashing, how do I escape?
If you want freedom, if you want revenge, we need more information. Imperial intelligence will have records on Drummond Cass. Take your personnel files from the Citadel archives. Ensure no one sees you. You have no allies now.
Readings are stable. Ah, our patient is awake.
Found you kissing the floor. You look like hell.
Prep the ship for flight. I need to pay a visit to the Citadel.
Of course. We'll be ready presently.
Yeah, sure. We can spend all the time with Keeper.
It's been a while since I played ship's doctor. There is something odd here, Cypher.
I would have picked the third option, but of course that's not going to matter because he can't tell them.
Cypher, I've finished unpacking the last of my equipment. Between your ship's onboard systems and my custom apparatus, you'll soon have the finest in-flight laboratory in the sector.
This in-flight laboratory of mine, does it serve a particular purpose?
For now, I expect to find it occupied by the Rakghoul data we procured. But I'm sure we'll find other uses. Officially, of course, I'm in semi-retirement, monitoring background radiation somewhere in the Zetan wastes. Unofficially, I'm very much looking forward to traveling with you.
What exactly is your position in Imperial intelligence?
Let's just say the current administration is happy that I'm off Drummond Cass. But they're willing to turn a blind eye. Should you need anything from me, you only have to ask. Although if you want my genetic code rewritten, let me know before we leave the ship.
I thought you could become a Rakghoul whenever you wanted.
It's somewhat more complicated and time-consuming. Well, nothing to be concerned with, but rarely an option in the field. Good day.
Ah, so I can't just make him angry and he'll Hulk out whenever I need. A Killick, a Ratghoul, and a Ratataki. What a fantastic group this agent has.
Last night, we ate our first ration bar since leaving the nest. We savored the flavor for 2 hours. We could taste every nutrient, every chemical compound and trace of foil. Do you know what joining the Killicks does to a person's senses?
Should I be sending you on more nighttime missions?
We can't see into every spectrum or smell poison under our nose, but our eyesight has improved. That does bring up something we want to discuss. How do you see our role as operative on your team?
You're a capable partner, and I value your input.
And our skill set? Keeper described us as a covert assault agent. Our role as Dawn Herald gives us that capacity. We just don't know if that's the only reason we're here, or if it should be.
If there's information you have or aid you can provide, tell me. I'm still learning your talents.
So are we, in a sense. But, Agent, our whole life, we've been a diplomat. Whatever else we become, perhaps we shouldn't abandon that so readily.
Yeah, sure. You can play nice with whoever you want to, I guess.
Hey, I'm worried your shooting's a little off. All that tech stuff wearing you down. We ever go blasters only, your kill count won't look good next to mine.
I'm going to assume that's your natural good cheer.
You assume right. No one hunting me down, no exes mooning over me. Last time I cleaned house, I was playing anarchist on Brental. Feels good to be free again.
What does a free woman do with herself?
Well, I've got a lot of options. Might be time to move on. I could go after a big score, try something other than spy games. You could come with me.
I'm not going anywhere. I have a job to do.
Why do I even bother? Forget I said anything.
Sorry, Cranky, but he is an Imperial loyalist. Although, I don't really know what that means as far as right now. He's discovering he may feel differently. And I can't honestly blame him for that. I think we'd all feel pretty differently. Yeah, there's obviously a bigger conspiracy with the fact that not only are we being controlled, but the fact that it was done by the Empire, and now the ability to do it is being used by the Republic. And it's so how one, there had to have been a leak unless somebody's working from inside the Empire, either for the Republic or somebody in the Empire is just feeding information to them. Either way, it's, yeah.
The jungle's alive! Keep those beasts out of the spaceport!
I have no intention of dealing with them. Nope. I was not paying attention to where we were going. The thing seems so out of place.
The dispatch from Cipher 4 is in.
No words on my screen. No words on my screen.
The dispatch from Cipher 4 is in. More Republic support on Manan.
Proceed with the operation. I'll hold on. Sir, I thought you'd been assigned to the front lines. What brings you to headquarters?
I have some research I want to do. I was hoping to visit the data archives.
Of course, but you really don't have to come all this way. I can assign analysts to you.
Go. They'll be suspicious soon.
I love the Watcher X part, especially because you basically get to headcanon whether you believe that he's speaking to you directly, assuming you didn't kill him, or whether it's like a program or like an AI version of himself that he installed into you when he did the surgery. Just a very cool way to kind of handle the situation.
Look around. Security cameras, gas vents, lockdowns. Your personnel files are here, everything on your brainwashing. But you need to keep this secret.
You're giving advice to the person who killed you.
Yes. If I'm the result of brain damage, you must have a warped sense of humor. If you can find a power generator, you can sabotage security. You'll have a window in which to access the files unseen, but it won't last.
Basically doing some sabotage-y stuff within your own headquarters, I guess. I don't remember, but I have a feeling I'm going to have to fight my way out of here. Or maybe I can just stealth my way out. Like, how would they not know that I was the one in here doing this?
This is Watcher 3. Cipher 9, are you down there? We're reading a power failure. The exit's sealed automatically. Android safeguards are coming online. They'll fire at anything. Stay put until we get the backup system up.
He can't see you. Slice the system while you can.
We are victorious.
Oh, Yep, so the little probe bitch can just see us. Well, I totally would have just stealthed past everything. It would have made more sense thematically, but no, the game was like, no, you get a bonus mission.
Power reserves low. Access denied due to security lockdown.
Search records. Keyword cross-reference. Cypher 9. Watcher X. Killick joining. SLV-16 serum.
Searching. One record found. Displaying abstract.
Security Directive 101-3A. I hereby approve the application of Castellan restraints to designate Cypher 9. Despite his effectiveness, certain Lords of the Sith have expressed concern over his confrontation with Darth Jadus. Although the outcome was ultimately positive, no Cypher agent should ever threaten a Dark Council member. This safeguard will allow anyone with the keyword to shut down and reprogram Cypher 9's mind. He will be no danger to the Sith or the Empire.
Security override. Terminal shutting down.
Well, that's not what you want to hear. When did I ever threaten a Dark Council member? What? I don't think I ever did that. I couldn't tell which side was behind. Where the hell did he go? He just fucked off. No, 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 you son of a bitch. What? Yeah, see, you can't stealth it through all this either way. So you can't go with the stealthy spy theme.
Power reserves low. Access denied due to security lockdown.
Search records. Keyword, Castellan restraints and reversal.
One record found. Displaying abstract.
In most subjects, implementation takes between 3 and 30 days, as the IX serum circulates and rewires the brain. Once the serum is fully absorbed, the subject is primed. We apply a keyword, basic commands, and wipe his memory. No way to reverse the treatment has been developed. Theoretically, one could repeat the cycle and apply a new keyword. However, physical side effects of repeated IX serum usage could prove inhibiting. I strongly advise against it.
Security override. Terminal shutting down.
So you'd have to put yourself through the same brainwashing and then just change the password. And just change it to something that nobody else would know. I hate that Keeper was involved because I liked Keeper.
Power reserves low. Access denied due to security lockdown.
Search records. Keyword IX serum.
Downloading chemical schematic. Displaying addendum.
We will be unable to formulate new doses of IX serum until our supply of Dimalium-6 is replenished. Recommend additional forces to Republic-occupied world of Quesh immediately, as the planet's chemical mines remain our only source.
Security override. Terminal shutting down.
Now you know. You did your job well, so they stole your free will. With the IX serum, you can get it back.
The Sith wanted me programmed. I doubt they left the old Keeper much choice.
He left you with even less.
This is Watcher 3 to Cypher 9. We've restored power. Please proceed to the exit.
Yeah. All these droids were broken when I got here. So now we'll be on to Quesh. See, he actually has more of a reason to be a Quesh than any of them. Oh, shit.
We fight for you. We fight for the nest.
Sorry, I had to break these droids on the way out. They tried to kill me. Well, so he's still trying to stay like a loyalist. He's wondering whether or not Keeper had a say, and I guess it'll be a thing for this character. We'll see what. Well, he's not even Keeper anymore, right? He's the Minister of Intelligence, so he's a higher rank now. But I guess our character will see what he has to say before we make any final decision.
Cypher, I'm so... Cypher, I'm so sorry. Must have been a power surge. Probably lightning. You're alright?
Did the whole Citadel go dark? Or just the archives?
Archives plus a few secondary systems. No harm done. We do need to hold you until this is cleared up. Nothing personal, but you were down there unmonitored, and you know.
There's no time. The information I found is vital, and I have to reach a contact immediately.
Keeper said you might need a loose rein. Fine, but we may call you back later. Go.
We hope you found what you were after. That power surge was poor timing.
Poor timing indeed. Poor timing indeed. Now that we had that detour, though, we definitely don't have the time to finish Quesh up today, which is fine. Or at least not right now. Ooh, there's somebody. What do you look like? I'm guessing you're supposed to be like Darth Vader. Hunter Killer Okay. Whatever. Yeah, we were right here. Gotcha. Well, no harm. We'll get some time later to be able to get these characters all wrapped up together. Because, I mean, see, the agent still has to do Quesh. The Jedi Knight has to do Quesh. The Trooper has to do Quesh. The Smuggler has to do the Balmora bonus series. And then the Consular has the Balmora bonus series and Quesh. So that's 6 different instances, planets, however you want to label it. And we got 3 of them done today. Although I wouldn't even say 3, because Quesh was, for the Inquisitor, was pretty much done. We were at the very end, the very last little conflict we had to deal with. So for the most part, we did the Balmora bonus series.
To serve such a personage as you, Master. History will remember your name. Not mine, but definitely yours.
We did the Balmora bonus series, and then we did the Balmora bonus series with some other stuff sprinkled in.
Agent, we hope you don't mind, but we were wondering something. Do you have a family? Siblings, a wife, people to go home to after a mission?
Not a question I was expecting, I'll confess.
We aren't trying to pry. We're just trying to understand how anyone in this job keeps a tether to the real world. None of us can exist in isolation forever.
Ordinary life is easy to forget. That's why we have to remind one another.
Fair enough. Then we all share that responsibility. Thank you, Agent.
Oh, it'd be pretty cool if you could pick an option to have a backstory, but I guess that would ruin the ability to fucking romance fucking Psycho Bitch McGee.
So, here's what I figure. Every morning you get up, you exercise, you check your gear, you do your thing to prep. You've got flowcharts tattooed on your eyelids. Me, I'm lucky when I don't crawl out of bed drooling on the floor. How is it I keep up with you? Am I just that good, or does dirty fighting beat training after all?
Trust me, it's not training and discipline that gets me by.
Maybe. I'm still not convinced. Admit it. We're a good team. You with the gimmicks and me with the rough stuff. We're not tripping over each other anymore. Took a while, but you and me, we're a synced-up death machine.
Teamwork goes a long way. Imagine if we actually practiced together.
I don't need to get that good. You want to go arms shopping together, though? Let me know.
Well, at least it was just arms shopping she asked about, not like, you know, shopping for fucking matching outfits. Alright, well, I think... I mean, we didn't get enough done, but I swear, like, thinking about how much the bonus series for Terrace was, and it's like, wow, we really... doesn't feel like we did much. But, I mean, we did. Yeah, I know there was kind of this stuff in the middle, like, you know, stopping at Korriban on the Inquisitor to, you know, stopping at Dromund Kaas on this character. It's just, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work that doesn't seem like it, but I guess that's the good thing, right? You want to make sure you're getting a lot out of your content. So I guess next time, which will probably be later, we'll do quest for the agent, and then probably turn around and then do quest for the trooper and just play those two together. I think that'll probably be what we'll end up doing. Not my two favorite classes by any means, but they are the more or less the polar opposites, right? I mean, technically, I guess it would be the smuggler. It's weird. So it's weird because the way they did it, like the Jedi Knight and the Jedi Warrior are opposites. The Jedi Consular and the Sith Inquisitor are opposites. But then mechanically, the Bounty Hunter and the Trooper are opposites. And the Smuggler and the Agent are opposites. As far as how they work in-game. But lore-wise and, like, what they represent for their factions, the Trooper and the Agent are soldiers for their respective factions, and the Smuggler and the Bounty Hunter are the kind of, like, third party that just happens to work for each faction. Which is how I group them together when I play. More because, lore-wise and thematically, it makes more sense to group those ones together instead of just doing it mechanically. That's kind of like for us in the real world, but as far as in the actual Star Wars universe, in the story, the Smuggler and the Bounty Hunter are equal and the Trooper and the Agent are equal, so that's probably just how I'll end up playing those two. But was fun. Got some progress going, and after a couple more instances of playing Swtor, we'll get all of our characters caught up to where they're all ready to go to Hoth. But of course, before we do Hoth, we'll be doing all those flashpoints dedicated to a very important Jedi Master. So hope everybody is having a good day. Hope your afternoon's going well. Larry, Timbo, Kratos. It's always good talking to you guys and just hanging out. Appreciate you spending your afternoon with us, and hope we'll see you guys later. Until next time, though, hope everybody has a fantastic afternoon. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Adios.